You've tuned in to the best of Brand Equity 2012 with me, Sonali Krishna. Now, 2012 had its fair share of controversies, but we picked 3 stories that we thought not only made the year rather interesting, but also stands tall and relevant today. So with the Aam Aadmi Party now in full bloom, we found out what happened to the man who sparked off the movement, Anna Hazare. Also, 2 very troubling observations were thrown up in the advert. One being the role of the agency suddenly coming as a scanner, and 2 Indian madmen who were and are very noticeably missing on social media in a world where it's all about digital.
A fast unto death was the weapon. A crusade against corruption, the cause. Anna Hazare caught the imagination of an entire nation with his anti-corruption prose. He wasn't just any activist, he was a formidable brand in the making. But from the hysterical frenzy of the media in 2011 and overflowing protesters outside Jantar Mandir to a nearly empty MMRA grounds, the great big Indian revolution has run out of steam. In a fall that was as sudden as his meteoric rise, what has caused brand Anna to fall into a coma?
Once it went into the parliament, it was very important for the movement to have backed off. Rather than go for an all or nothing strategy, they gambled and they lost.
A problem with the anti-corruption movement was the self-righteous stand that it adopted and its unilateral view of corruption. However, the most fatal virus came in the movement itself, with the disbanding of Team Anna and the extreme shift from being an apolitical movement, political party that would contest election in 2014.
Had they just being a movement, there was clarity and unity of purpose. And, there was some Haryana by-election and Kejriwal went and against the Congress candidate. Now, that's a mistake.
I kept telling my members that this is the time more for the movement rather than going political.
It was here that Anna Hazare made history last year, and it was here that the dismal showing of scattered supporters brought to light a movement that had run its course and a brand that was now damaged beyond repair.
It was at Goa Fest 2012 where Brand Equity made a compelling discovery. As the festival progressed, with its theme, the magic of idea, 2 key points came to the fore. Business will never be the same again. And more importantly, clients today are way ahead of their communications partner when it comes to understand the pulse of advertising and marketing.
I think one of the key problems faced by agencies today are homework. I hate this concept when people say, I saw the ad in the car and then I went and sold it to the client. It means you haven't done your bloody homework.
Traditionally, advertising agencies have been those who think ahead of the curve and manufacture ideas. But that trend seems to be taking the back seat, with clients clearly taking charge of the creative facet as well.
I think the tendency now to spend a lot more time upfront, spending a lot more time talking to consumers than before. I think clients are beginning to invest in org structures within the company with their competencies. So it's not uncommon to have someone who just understands digital well within a company. It's not uncommon to have someone who understands mobile well within a company.
That leaves advertising agencies in a rather precarious position. As clients become more and more discerning, the ideas marketplace will only become more competitive, clients partnering with the vendor who has the best idea to sell, signs of which we are already seeing today.
If I was responsible for a network advertising agency, I would absolutely have a few people that are absolutely helping clients plot the future. But not all advertising agencies are.
And only if this change kicks in immediately will agencies be able to regain some of their confidence, be able to challenge clients and not pat to them, and C, be able to reclaim some of their lost respect and ensure infidelity comes with consensus and not force.
Digital has been a buzzword for quite some time now, with all the ad gurus talking about it being the next big thing in advertising. So we at Brand Equity decided to do some sleuthing and find out just how much time the bigwigs in advertising in India spend on social media to truly understand the space.
Not on Twitter or on Facebook or on Gmail, that's it.
I've been active on the media until I got really bored.
I'm a Facebook warrior. I don't post things and stuff. I'm not, completely into it.
I can't keep pace with it.
According to Socionomics, Facebook reaches 55% of the world's audience, accounts for 3 in every 4 minutes spent on social networks, and 1 out of 7 minutes spent online. In the ad world, the Indian madmen, or at least the ones on Facebook, spend just about 15 minutes on the site, while the likes of Agnello Dias, Piyush Pandey, and Prasoon Joshi don't even have a fake account.
To be able to, respond to everyone was becoming a problem. If you're not doing it and you're just receiving it, it's not right. I got out of it so that people know about it, so that the expectations.
Little wonder then that the journey of India's digital story is still leap years behind its international counterparts.
And finally, there were a handful of trends that we noticed across sectors over the course of the year. We have 5 of them on Trend Spotters. Take it away.
Virginia Woolf, for most of history, Anonymous was a woman. But that woman isn't anonymous anymore. Not only has she made her voice heard, but she's putting her money where her mouth is. She controls $12 trillion annual discretionary spends, 2/3 the total consumer spending pie. And way back January, Brand Equity dug deep to find out if marketers are paying heed to this ever-growing market.
The opportunity to really cater to the trillion-dollar share is a wide open opportunity where there is no consistency today and no one has taken the time to understand it other than painting it in pretty pink.
While the apparel industry might be paying more attention to the trillion-dollar woman, we spotted one critical flaw in the women's wear market. In a rush to target the young and the restless, this category has literally skirted the 30-plus woman who has the disposable income to splurge but doesn't have the choice.
I think no one wants to take the risk. I'm sure people will look at how other brands are doing who are catering to that segment, and then they'll all win. And if you look at India, someone has to start the category, and then there'll be 50 more others to come in.
But don't get us wrong. We aren't suggesting that all brands gender bend away and start catering to women. A mistake we noticed some of the most macho brands like Axe and Harley Davidson making. The brands have quite literally dropped their pants to don skirts and tread the path of bisexuality, something that might not be the wisest decision.
Have they realized that the 4 biggest films in the last 4 years have been about the all-male? So when you take a brand like Harley is about as masculine as you can get. It's about sweaty, hirsute men don't bathe out there. I think this extension is actually greed for which you'll pay a penalty eventually.
And like macho brands who have decided to diversify advertising to cater to women as well, the tourism sector has also spruced up its advertising, or at least attempted to, by roping a whole host of celebrities to endorse their state. The most obvious example being Gujarat Tourism's association with Amitabh Bachchan. But how does this help, and why are states so gung-ho about signing up these celebrities as public faces to harden their states?
It has definitely helped because last year we have done the domestic at a rate of 14% and international at the rate of 19%.
And finally, we busted the most complicated advertising revolving around Facebook and found why so many marketers use Facebook to engage consumers without investing heavily on the platform's run-of-the-mill advertising tools.
We don't think that Facebook is an advertising medium. It is a medium for interacting with the consumer, exchanging information with the consumers.
And with that, we bring the curtains down on the special edition of Brand Equity. We'd love to hear from you, so do write into Brand Equity at enow.tv, or alternatively text us at 5888 with your feedback. Also, to time and log on to our Facebook page, that's facebook.com/brandequity, to start a conversation with us or to dip into our archives. You could do the same on Twitter at Brand Equity Live. But before we go, we hand you over to advertising's very own band, Wanted Yesterday, who, not to forget, debuted Brand Equity last year. So sit back and devour this eclectic performance on Brand Equity's very own set. Enjoy.